I started an art blog back in 2014, just posting like dope comic book art. I tagged the artist if I knew who the artist was, and I would just like post and post and post as a side hobby, you know, nothing too crazy. And I started getting a lot of followers from this. and then I started posting, you know, my own comic books that I collected. And I had seen a few other people on Instagram, you know, posting their comic books, selling their comic books. And I was like, I might as well give this a shot too. And I posted up my first comic book for sale. And as soon as I posted it, and this was back in 2014, before what the Instagram...
got crazy.
Yeah, before the IG comic community is what it is today. I was one of the first to do it. Not the first, but one of the first. And somebody wanted that comic. And I sold it direct from Instagram. No eBay, no Amazon, just Instagram. And I just started growing and growing and growing and growing. And now I have a nice little following. I have
like 30,000 followers. Don't be Brett. Don't be Brett. What's that word? Don't be humble.
Yeah.
He has 30,000.
I'm a humble dude, man. I'm a humble dude.
30,000 followers, bro. We got more than me. He lit. That's it.
So you know, I have my customer base, and I have a lot of friends that I got from that too. I actually got more friends than customers on that.
Yeah, listen. Comic community is large, bro.
Yeah.
Luna, give me your stuff again, please.
Hey guys, Luna X Mars here, pinup model, noob cosplayer, and actress.
Yep. Next, Matt.
Let me get behind the.
Yeah.
So I can frame myself.
You can see yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm beautiful.
Yeah. I ain't gonna say. Listen. He said
Let's destroy all your stuff. All right. I'm Matt. Cosplayer, maker, part of the group Gears and Beers.
There you go. That's what you're supposed to do. This is a networking thing. You must and shout your stuff out. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Instagram, Gears and Beers, NYC. Me and my hetero life mate Greg over there.
Here we go. Speaking of Greg, we're going to jump into Greg.
Yeah, that's me. I too am part of the Gears and Beers. We started this maybe 4 years ago. It's kind of like an amateur, you know, hey, let's go to the base and make something. While we were drunk off our asses, and lo and behold, the Gears and the Beers was born.
Makers, cosplayers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, we're on me now.
Yeah.
So hi. So I am Susie Dahl. I am a cosplayer and pin-up. I'll say model loosely, but you know, for the community. Pin-up model.
Doris Hammer's working right now because you have the camera. Sorry.
So my Instagram name is Brown Paper Dolly. It's brown without the O because I like to be different. And also follow me on Facebook, and my URL is facebook.com/SusieDollLovesYou.
Yeah, okay.
Because I do.
Now this story right here with this next person is kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? Like I was at work, and like this is why I keep telling y'all about energy. You have to have energy to know your path. I'm not trying to tell you I'm Dr. Strange in here or something like that. I'm giving you some answers. But she can tell you it's the truth. Because when she walked up to me, it was just something we started talking, and we was vibing. And next thing you know, she's here because we have similar interests. And she wanted to meet some of you guys and discuss about cosplay and pinup. So give me Instagram stuff.
Hi, my name is Crystal Gem. You can find me on Instagram at Crystal Manga Cafe LLC.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, I started my little company because I wanted to I'm still fairly new, but I'll just say I'm a cosplayer. And just come check out my Instagram and see all the things that are happening. So there'll be definitely a lot of things happening. I met Anthony here at it was awesome. Like, it was just like, that whole week I was just saying, like, I've just been networking, meeting people, so it was really cool.
Sometimes things is just meant to be. You never know. Read your horoscope. Anyway, check this out. All right, so this is real Q&A. So what real Q&A means, this is real questions. I just need some real answers. That's all. We're talking about Marvel, DC, and just basically the MCU, DCU. We're going to talk about that right now. I'm going to test a little bit of your knowledge, but mostly it's just about your opinion about certain things, okay? So it's not going to be nothing crazy, all right? So check this out. Which one do you prefer, Marvel or DC? We're going to start with the top. Easy.
Team Marvel all the way.
Team Marvel?
Team Marvel.
Okay.
Yeah, I started out with Marvel. I mean, I grew up on Marvel. I'm a 90s baby. So I had X-Men animated series. That was like my all-time favorite cartoon. I have the entire collection on DVD, still waiting for it to drop on Blu-ray. Don't know why they haven't done that yet.
I'm also
But-
waiting. Like, come on.
So X-Men did it for me.
Yeah, facts.
And,
X-Men all the way through.
You know, I used to watch the Batman animated series. I liked it, but you know, X-Men was number one for me. And even till today, you know, with all the movies that are out, Marvel crushes DC. I have to say, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, you're crushing them.
There's, you know, Wonder Woman was probably the only one that was
see,
like.
I like this guy.
Oh my God.
That's why he comes
Other than
back.
that, all my DC fans, I'm
That's the only
sorry.
one- that's the only
Most of
one.
those movies
That's the
were
only one.
garbage.
Yeah.
I'll fight you later. It's fine.
Wonder Woman was fire. But go ahead.
Yeah, the iPad is like a little funky.
Oh yeah, see, let me tell you something about Instagram real quick. See, Instagram is funny. They only give you like an hour of live time, so you have to relog in. Yeah,
Rude.
that's why Facebook is lit. You know what I'm saying? Hold on one second. Yeah, but yeah, you can still talk though. So what about you, Luna? Marvel or DC?
It's a
You can
hard-
look at that camera if you want to.
Oh, it's a pretty hard choice for me because I love both DC and Marvel. Batman, Harley, and Joker are three of my favorite characters. But I'm emotionally invested right now in Marvel. So I'll have to say Marvel for right now.
Listen, it's okay.
Yeah.
Matt,
It's got to be Marvel for me.
come on, man. You ready?
It's hard to follow the crowd here, but they put out better movies. There's more colorful characters.
Facts.
Yeah, that's about and plus Batman. I say Marvel plus Batman.
Okay, I got. Oh, Matt, see, we're gonna get along because that's my only dilemma. I love Batman. Batman's the best superhero of all of them. I'm sorry if you don't believe that. There's something wrong with you. But Marvel, like he said, is just killing DC. Like it's sad.
So you have like, you know, movie-wise, Marvel is crushing it.
Mhm.
But if you're an actual comic book reader, DC publishes
Oh, yeah,
much more better
Yes, Jesus.
reading material. I have to say they have this guy Scott Snyder. I'm
Oh,
not sure if you're
Scott.
familiar with him, but he's the one that wrote the reboot of Batman during the New 52, and it was a New York Times bestseller. And I read it, and it was amazing. And he's a great writer too, and he does a lot of stuff for them. He's doing the new Batman Who Laughs right now.
That's
That's with like a different version of Batman from like an alternate universe where he looks like the Joker, but he's not the Joker. It's not.
Yeah.
It's Bruce Wayne.
It's wild.
Yeah. So Scott Snyder created him. Marvel is now putting out good reading material because they have this guy called Danny Cates that's writing for them. He did a Thanos run that you might actually like because you like Thanos. He did a Thanos run a couple years ago where he introduced this new character called the Cosmic Ghost Rider, which is Frank Castle in the future
And when he died,
working for Thanos.
Thanos, right? Yeah, okay, okay,
It's a
yeah,
crazy
yeah. Yeah, I heard
storyline.
about that.
I read that. That shit was crazy. So he's writing a lot of stuff for Marvel right now. So he's bringing up their reading game. But overall, I would say DC has better reading material. But Marvel crushes it when it comes to TV and movies.
Facts.
You know, that's
Greg, what about you?
I'm gonna be a little different here. So, I don't have the background in comics that everybody else has, so I don't really have much to speak about that. So I don't really know who was doing better on paper. Movie-wise, I had a love-hate relationship with Marvel for a long time because everything they had up to a certain point was crap.
Okay.
And that point was Thor. And then after that, every movie was actually well-written,
Facts.
well-acted.
I can
Everything
kind
built
of
up to
agree with that.
Up to Avengers, at that point it was...
It went out
you are-
of control.
Yeah, you were light years ahead. The reason being that I'm saying this is because I wasn't a huge fan of the first Iron Man because I know, right? That's
Black
man.
that movie was amazing, man.
That's why he was in the desert, right?
Pick that shit apart.
He's-
Iron Man 3 was whack.
Yeah.
Iron
Greg
Man
is
1 was awesome. man.
Greg is whack.
The
Look at that.
first one's like, okay, that's all right. And the reason why it's all right because I had seen The Dark Knight just before that.
Oh yeah, well,
And
come
there is-
on, bro.
That is a standard to which
That's
all
a
movies
standard.
are.
Right.
Standard, hands down.
We're not getting anywhere close.
Yeah.
Maybe Endgame.
Maybe.
And only recently did DC movies stop sucking. I mean, Aquaman is like a...
Aquaman's pretty good.
I
Aquaman
bought
was
the
poppin'.
DVD from work the day it came out because it was that good.
Okay.
And I know that we had this,
Aquaman?
Aquaman was good.
I have no opinion because I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Aquaman and Shazam I have not seen
Oh, yo,
yet.
Shazam,
but
I heard
also-
Shazam was good. I heard
cute.
Shazam was
Aquaman
good.
is a
Shazam was
bloated
really
digital
cute.
orgy
Heard
of
things.
a lot of crap happening at once. but it's amazing.
I heard Shazam was
It's
good, so I got to see it. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to.
Cinematography wise, like graphics and
Yeah.
'cause
But
Jason
James
Momoa,
Wan,
I have to say, he's not that much of a great actor. I mean, you know,
Exquisite, but.
How about you?
I watched Game of Thrones and he didn't have to speak in Game of Thrones.
Which I was fine.
We'll get to Game of Thrones in a second. What about you, Marvel, DC?
So here's the thing, as I preface this. So I love both. Again, like obviously Marvel with their the cinematic universe has really been killing it. But my heart, I'm a DC girl. Like definitely like through and through. Especially like a lot of the '80s runs, like that really set up storytelling for me as far as comic books go. So and also the DC animated universe kills it regularly.
Oh yeah, I can get Justice
Young Justice.
Yeah.
Young Justice,
amazing.
all the like
Yeah.
Justice League
cartoons is
movies,
better.
like,
Justice League
amazing.
and Justice League Unlimited,
Unlimited,
that was good
classics,
too. Oh,
like
man.
classics.
And not to mention their TV shows like Flash and all that.
Right.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
like
like
that.
both houses have their pros and cons. But it's like for me personally, because I think even though like I'm a big X-Men fan, like especially again going back to the 90s cartoon that really started it for me. But I feel like I'm a DC girl in my heart, and fight me like.
That's cool.
Like,
She wants smoke.
You know what show's underrated is Legends of Tomorrow. I think that's a great
I
show.
feel like every
think
time
it's
I
a
pop
really
into it, it is interesting. Like
you haven't gotten into it yet?
I
What about
pop
you?
it in and out because only like I feel like I always forget about it, but like I do like the amalgamation of characters they do have on
Yeah,
there.
that's what I like. I like when they mix up.
Don't make me hit this bell.
Right. Oh.
Crystal. Go ahead.
I'm with both as well. Like I'm with the comic books like DC. I remember Catwoman, Batman, all the old comics. But I do love when Avengers come out. It's like I have to go see that movie. I will spend money to go see this movie. I got premiere tickets in handicapped seats to see this movie, so I can talk about it. Oh my God.
That's all that was left at one point.
So, if you ask Anthony which one he likes, it's hard. I look at it like this. I have a theory. Please say if I'm wrong or not, but I feel like when it comes to DC, it's like primarily Batman. Like Batman's villains are like the best in comics. Like all his villains, if you read the book on the psychology of Batman, his villains are all based off of some type of psychological disorder. Okay? So when it comes to Batman, if you really read in depth in that, Batman to me is the best superhero out of all superheroes, even though he has no superpowers.
That's why he's like the top tier.
Because I don't know if you ever watched that Justice League cartoon when Superman was bugging out and all Avengers was bugging out, and he had something to defeat each one of them.
Yeah.
And
Justice
remember,
League Doom.
you remember that? And
Oh my
Superman.
God,
That was that one.
It's
The
one of my
animated movie.
The animated movie.
favorites.
That was a good one.
Remember, Superman
Yes.
walks in the
That was a
room,
good one.
Right.
and Superman thought he had it, and Batman had that one piece of kryptonite.
Right.
And he was like, "Why would you have that?" And
He's like,
In case.
just in case.
just in case.
He had a
So
contingency plan
Batman
for everybody.
always is 10 steps ahead.
Yo,
So
I
Batman's
watched
my
that one
favorite.
over and over and over again.
But when it comes to
So
the totality of
good.
the world,
So
I think Marvel got it, man. Marvel got it, man. It's like Spider-Man's villains is crazy, X-Men villains is crazy. X-Men itself, the story is just bananas. You know, that's why I'm so glad that Disney did buy everything. Like, you know, they're trying to get rid of buy all because they're gonna hold on. A lot of people think that Disney's gonna make it soft, but we need the story to make sense because it's like
Well, yes, because there's certain characters that they couldn't touch because
Yeah.
it was locked up in Fox. So I'm like,
Fact.
please, like, bring everybody together so we can have some
But-
continuity.
They're not gonna make it soft.
Yeah.
No, because you have the Punisher, Daredevil, and Jessica Jones, which were all under Disney's umbrella.
Right.
Even though they were Netflix series, they were still tied into the MCU.
But they
Those
went
shows were
hard.
not soft, and they were not
Yeah.
for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen? Yo, did you see the Daredevil scene where Punisher was in the prison and he comes out with the shank?
Tank, yeah.
Dude,
I know. But
that's Disney.
Right,
That's
it's
Disney,
Disney.
man.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
They got it.
All right,
It's
next
not Black
question.
Lightning.
Next question is, what's your favorite top 3 Marvel superheroes?
Ooh, me.
And top 3 Marvel superheroes and top 3 DC. Go.
Yeah.
My
Top 3.
top 3. I'm not gonna say superheroes, but superhero anti-heroes.
No. We get that's the next question.
Oh, that's
you gotta,
oh,
you
that's
gotta
next.
give me
Superheroes?
two top 3 superheroes
Superheroes, I'd have to say
from both Marvel
straight
and
up
DC.
superheroes from Marvel. I would say Wolverine.
Definitely.
Wolverine, Black Panther,
Okay.
and War Machine.
Next.
Those are my guys.
What about you?
I'm more anti-hero.
We'll come back to DC. We're gonna go
We're
around.
doing Marvel, okay.
Marvel right now.
So it's Thor, Captain America, Black Panther.
Matt.
I gotta say,
Yes.
the glorious hair.
Yeah.
Can I do Thor 3 times?
You got the hammer. We can't argue with you.
Yeah,
I do got the hammer. And what was it, DC?
Yeah, no, we're just doing the Marvel right now.
Oh, no, it's Marvel. So Spider-Man,
Okay.
classic. He's from Queens.
Queens, shout
Yeah.
out. Yeah. So yeah, Luna, I can't go to Captain America. He's from Brooklyn. So.
Wait, I changed my mind actually. I forgot about Daredevil. He's
Oh yeah, Devil's dope.
I'm gonna replace Captain America with Daredevil.
Okay, that's cool. Good. Matt, keep going.
And, you said no villains, right?
Not yet. We doing villains next.
Do no villains next. I'll go Ant-Man from the movies.
Okay. Different. Ant-Man's a smart guy with Pym. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What about you, Greg?
Basing this solely on the movies because that's all I know.
Okay.
Iron Man. Oh God, what was the other one? Doctor Strange and Thor.
Okay.
Those
That's
are the most
fine.
interesting to me.
Oh, so
Yep, you're up.
for me, I would have to say Rogue.
Yeah.
I felt that coming.
Rogue,
That's
take
my-
that.
that's
That
my
energy.
girl.
She take
That's
your
my girl
energy,
right
bro. Take your energy.
Rogue's my girl. Jean Grey.
Yeah.
She's crazy. But, you know.
Whoa. And also Storm, all the X-Men girls, like
Storm
right there.
Storm and Black Panther. Well, one of the worlds they got a kid or something like that. Like, one of the.
Well, they got married.
Yeah,
Yes.
They got married in like the early 2000s.
Early 2000s.
Yeah, something like that. I knew it like
Yeah.
something like that happened. All right, so
Comics.
your turn.
Oh gosh, I always cosplay the Phoenix. She can be bad or good. So, and then I love Rogue. Yeah, but there's just so many.
Yeah, that's two. I need one more. That's it. That's it. That was two.
Let's see. All right. Yeah, I guess it would have to be Storm.
Okay. So we're gonna start with you and go back that way.
Okay,
What
all
is
right.
the top three? Not female. What's top three superheroes for DC?
Oh, DC. Okay. Wonder Woman, especially from the movies. Catwoman.
Yeah, she's like both. She's like
She teeters.
Yeah, she teeters. She play games.
What about Harley? I know she kind of like.
She teeters
Teeters
as well.
Yeah, but she's mainly bad though. But yeah, she has her emotional, like psychological moments.
Okay.
All right, so for me, DC goes definitely Starfire. Anyone who knows me knows,
Oh, yeah,
like,
Starfire lit. She's
yeah.
sexy too.
That's like
Starfire.
Starfire. Also Zatanna, which is one of my favorite.
Oh, that's the
as well.
magician chick, right?
Yes.
See, come on, man. I don't like that. Uh-huh.
And also for very personal reasons, Nightwing.
Okay. Not bad.
And
but,
anyone who knows me knows I'm obsessed.
Is it because of what happened with him and Harley Quinn in that movie? The animated movie?
No, before that, like I'm just like obsessed with Nightwing. Like I've been trying to make him in a lab for years.
Oh, you trying? Oh. I get it. Greg?
Batman.
Oh, come, yeah, boy. I'm about to say, nobody said Batman?
Is there anybody
Well,
else?
Batman is Batman. Like
Yeah.
God.
But I'm trying to think if there's anyone else that's even interesting. And okay, so I'm just gonna give you my top two, which is regular Batman and Terry McGinnis Batman from Batman Beyond. Because
I dig it.
that was
Nope.
yeah. That's it. I don't have a third. Okay.
Yeah, but you're biased over there. So
I'm basing this solely off of the Justice League cartoons.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna say that's like my biggest exposure to DC. I'm gonna say Green Lantern, Jon Stewart, Green Lantern.
Yes, that's a good
Because
one.
he was a badass.
He's a
in
bad
that.
kid. Yeah, not bad guy, yeah, but good guy.
Yeah. Hawkgirl, she was also
Yeah, she
Yes.
was
such a badass, so cool.
Rocky with that shit.
I'm not gonna say Batman,
Cool.
but I will say Aquaman.
You know what's funny? Let me tell you a little story about Aquaman real quick. Aquaman is like he's like the how you say he was like the unwanted brother from DC,
Yeah.
and like until recently they kind
For
of like
years,
really
they
started
got
pumping him.
clowned.
You know what I'm saying? For years they clowned him.
Right.
So like he was like the unwanted DC character. It's just so crazy.
You see the Entourage episode?
Yeah, like,
that?
yeah, I remember that. It's like now he's so popular. It's like it's
Right.
crazy to me.
Well, the Justice Friends one, that was
Yeah, that's what I'm
Oh,
saying. Yeah,
gosh,
so
yes.
Aquaman and man. Go ahead, Luna. Go ahead.
Well, I already mentioned Joker and Harley are my two favorite characters, and I wanted. Can I have four?
Yes.
Okay, yes. So Batman, Harley, Joker, and Wonder Woman.
Well, Harley and Joker are not superheroes.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Oh.
that's
Okay.
okay. That's what she said. That's what it is. What else, you, bro?
Oh man, DC. I definitely have to go with the Bat Crew. It's gonna be
Yes.
Batman, Nightwing, and Stephanie Brown, Batgirl.
Yes,
Ooh.
Stephanie. No
Everybody
one
said
talks
Batgirl.
about
Everybody,
Stephanie.
Batgirl.
Not Barbara Gordon.
Like,
Stephanie.
Oh yeah, Stephanie
I
Brown.
do
So
enjoy
Stephanie Brown,
Stephanie.
because she could be the spoiler. She played Robin.
Yes.
She was Batgirl, so I would say Stephanie Brown.
She's the most well-rounded.
So you know
of the
me.
Batgirls.
Listen, I'll make mine quick. So Marvel is going to be Spider-Man for sure, because you know, come on, Storm, definitely. You know, I love Storm. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, we can just pick. I don't even care, like with Marvel. Black Panther. I'm gonna say Black Panther. I'm just saying that you Black Panther. Okay. DC, Batman. Come on, son.
Wait, can I do mine's over?
Huh?
Can I do mine's over? I want Shuri.
Well, you do okay.
Shuri. Yeah, Shuri.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, but listen.
You know that she becomes the Black Panther in the comics?
Yeah, she was
Yes.
Batman in the comics.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so that was Batman. The Flash. The Flash is ill. If y'all want something to look into the Flash. His story is crazy. So
Flash.
It
Flash is
like,
dope.
yeah.
And Green Lantern, John Stewart. Official.
Watch the series.
Yeah. Come on, man. The Flash is lit. Now we talking about villains, man. Who your favorite villains? Top 3. Both. Then we do both. We're gonna do both, so we have to go back
You
around.
have anti-heroes as a question?
Top 3 villains, whatever you want to do. Go ahead.
Okay. So, villain, anti-hero / type thing, I'd say Venom is number 1.
Okay. Everybody love Venom.
Archangel.
Okay.
Because
He right there. We
he's also anti-hero.
Yeah.
Because he becomes the Apocalypse. He becomes the Apocalypse in the Dark Angel
Dark
saga.
Angel, yeah.
And then I would say favorite villain, Marvel-wise, Carnage.
Yeah, psychopath.
Yeah.
Crazy. Now you got the DC though. What's up, DC?
DC villains, Deathstroke number 1.
Yes.
That's it. Forget it. There's nobody else. It's Deathstroke.
No one likes
That's it?
Wade Wilson.
Villains, okay. Deathstroke number 1. Red Hood, because he starts out as an anti-hero and then he becomes good. But he was a villain at some point because he was murdering people.
All of the
And then number 3, who's number 3? Poison Ivy. That's it. DC.
Matt. I'm fucking Listen, real questions, real answers.
Okay.
Go.
I can't think of 3 right now, so you're just gonna have to deal with what I have. So,
Oh man.
so
This is it.
for DC, I love Penguin.
Oh yeah, dope.
This is always one of my favorite ones growing up.
Cobblepot.
He was good in the show in Gotham.
Oh God,
Yes,
he was good. That
amazing.
sad part is just like, I wish they could have put him in the movie. He would have
Ooh,
been lit.
also, wait, can I tell a really quick fun fact?
Yeah.
I've worked on Gotham and Daredevil.
Woo!
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, you can't find me probably, but I was there.
Hey, you lit. That's better than anything.
So Penguin and for Marvel, I really, really adore Wilson Fisk. He's a complete asshole, and I hate him, but I love to hate him, and I love how multifaceted he is. So that's what I got.
Matt.
All right, I like the really intelligent bad guys. So I'm gonna say Thanos,
This guy right here, right?
Darkseid.
Oh, yo, wait a minute. Before you came in here, what was I talking about?
Thanos and Darkseid.
Okay, all right.
That's DC though.
Yeah, that's DC.
I thought it was from both.
No, we're
Oh,
doing
is
3
it
from
both?
3 from each. 3 from each. Huh?
Oh, okay. So
Thanos, you said.
Thanos.
Huh?
I don't know. Marvel doesn't have great villains, really.
They got a couple.
Doctor Doom.
That's a great one. Yeah,
Oh, I love
Oh,
Bane.
and
I forgot.
Magneto.
Yes.
Great villain. You got him. You got somebody you got to say anything about it.
Oh, and it's my DC.
Oh, you do? Yeah! My bad.
DC's the best
My
one.
bad. My fault. Go.
All right, so Darkseid. For that, Lex Luthor.
I didn't like Lex Luthor in what's the name though? What movie was it? He with the bald head. What movie was that?
No,
Man
that,
Steel?
no.
Batman versus
No,
Superman.
the recent. He was just in it.
Batman vs. Superman.
Terrible. That was a
Yeah,
terrible
no.
movie.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it was weird.
That's not Lex Luthor.
Yeah, that's not Lex Luthor.
That's
But
not-
go ahead.
no.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but I had to say that. But go ahead.
And Brainiac.
Right, that Superman's enemy right there. Yes, sir. Okay.
Oh shit. So for DC villains, I think Zack Snyder was pretty much the epitome of whatever Batman vs Superman was.
Okay.
He was the one that destroyed that thing, so he was the big bad for that one.
Mhm.
Yeah. So thanks, Zach. What else?
'Cause I thought he
Actually,
was good in that movie. I thought he was good in that movie.
the director?
No, the guy that played Lex Luthor.
You
The one that
Oh,
you didn't like.
Jesse.
Boy,
No, I'm talking about the director. As,
Oh, you're talking about
as the
Zack
DC
Snyder.
villain.
Zack
Yeah.
Snyder.
he's being what's his name?
Yeah, that would be
He's-
okay. That's cool. Now,
Oh, I got it. Yeah.
welcome to the party.
I was a little late to that, but I get it.
Alright. Because I brought the Dark Knight earlier, that version of the Joker was
come
just
on, man.
like primordially scary. Like the
Yeah.
feeling of drowning
Iconic.
in fear. Yeah.
That's iconic. Okay.
I don't really have anything else for DC. For Marvel, I like smarter characters. Loki is just driven by the fact that hey, I do trickster things. That's me. That's what I do.
And I hate my brother. I hate to love him. I hate
Don't
to love
trust
him.
me. I'm gonna ruin everything, kind of thing. Just for the lulz. I like Winter Soldier also, even though it's completely the opposite. He's just all I do is kill people. That's it. I got a big shiny arm.
I love him too. I forgot all of these people.
I really want the movies to go on. Who was this? There's really no other good Marvel villains for the movies. Thanos counts, but
That's everybody's answer.
I think that's the problem is it's everyone's answer.
Right.
See, the thing is, comic wise, everybody knows Thanos was that badass in the comics too. That's why when all the people died in the movie, and it was like, yo, why is everybody dying? Well, if you read the comics, you would have known this happened already.
I have to say, movie wise, the best villain was Killmonger.
Yeah, come on,
Yes.
all the movies, he killed it.
He was the best villain in all the movies.
Well, you know what?
Not in the comic books, but in the movies.
I'll give you one when it's my turn. I'll tell you. I'll give you one with Killmonger, and then you're gonna be like, wow, like yeah, it makes sense. Okay, your turn.
So let's start with Marvel villains. Gosh, Marvel villains.
There are a couple of them that y'all
There's a lot of good
There's
ones.
a couple of them right here. There's a couple of
There's
them
a
right
lot
here.
that are not even here.
Like
Look at
legit
them.
favorites. I would say Mystique is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Especially like classic Mystique.
Mm-hmm.
Marvel villains. I'm gonna circle back to that, but DC villains, definitely Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Looking for that founding youth.
Right, constantly. I'll also say classic Harley Quinn, the
Oh, yeah,
whole
come
mad
on.
love,
Yeah,
like she
psychopath,
was
yeah.
literally driven crazy through love. Hope we can all relate. And also, I do enjoy. I'll have to say Michelle Pfeiffer, Catwoman.
Okay.
That's definitely like a very specific, classic villain. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's a good one. Let me think. All right, I'm looking at these guys, but yes,
People are going in right now. Like, so I'm gonna address them in a second. Okay.
I do. Yes, Harley and Joker are like, they just go together. And I do agree with the Catwoman though. Classic. Halle Berry's performance for that one.
That was villainy in itself.
I'm trying to think of other things. I feel so mad. So DC villains.
You Marvel villains.
I mean, wait, there was only 3 for Marvel. Right?
Three for DC, you already did 2 for DC. You said Harley and Joker.
And I said Catwoman.
Oh, so you good? So you're now doing
Now
Marvel.
you're
Yeah,
Marvel.
Marvel. Yeah. I don't want to say Thanos. Dang it. Dang, I'm trying to think. I should have picked Gamora from the other one. There's just so many. Oh my god. All right. Oh yeah, Mystique. I feel like I'm sorry. Mystique. Who else from Marvel? There's so many. Who's the Wonder Woman bad guy?
Wonder Woman's DC.
X-Men villain?
Yeah, look, you can just.
You mean Ares or
No, that's DC though. Marvel is
I'll
like
pick-
I can name a couple for you from you.
Yeah, throw some stuff out there.
You said Mystique, right? So let's see who else we can name.
there's like Sabretooth.
You got
and then
Dr.
you got
Octopus. You got
Wait, does what's his face count?
Green
Juggernaut.
Goblin.
Yeah, that was good.
You thinking about somebody from a movie?
Yeah, what was his name?
Which one?
No, I did like the Wakanda one.
Let's come on.
Killmonger,
Yeah, okay.
What about Bucky? What was he? Is he
Yeah.
considered
Winter
good or
Soldier,
bad?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Winter
Okay.
Soldier.
So I get
Started out bad.
this now
Pretty good.
because I got a lot of nerds in here, so let me explain to the nerds that's in here. So listen, nerds, we have some people that are more versed with the movies, and we have some people like me and my brother are here.
Are they
And-
trying to play us?
No, you. You. No, I'm gonna say you too. We have versatility on both sides. There's nothing wrong with that because I don't think a lot of people are more versed towards the movie, which is nothing wrong with that because Marvel and DC have really been pushing, the movie on everybody, change the storyline a little bit. But for me, top 3 Marvel is very simple. It's going to be Venom. It's going to be Thanos. It's going to be Apocalypse. Those are my 3. That's it. Apocalypse
Those
is
are good
crazy.
ones.
He did not get his just in that X-Men movie.
Nope.
Apocalypse
No.
is crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
that's
You
true.
have to understand how crazy
It's
his
MCU now, so
yeah.
now you got Apocalypse.
I cannot
coming.
wait.
Right.
Thanos
Just
is about now.
right.
You got Galactus
Honorable-
and Apocalypse. coming.
Honorable
Right.
mention to Dr. Doom, Galactus, and Mr. Sinister.
Oh my! I was gonna say
You
Mr.
have to put them
I have
in
Mr.
there.
Sinister in
So-
my mind the whole
Yeah.
time.
Mr. Sinister's
Emma Frost too.
diabolical.
Emma Frost
is
too.
ill.
But she
Yeah.
goes back and forth.
So when they
Dark
that's
Phoenix.
why I'm glad Disney has it because I know they're gonna get it
They're gonna
right.
crush
Oh, they're gonna
Oh,
get
it's
it
gonna be a
right.
wrap.
Disney,
So good.
I can act. I want to play Apocalypse.
Shoot your shot.
I'm shooting my
Anthony,
shot.
shoot your
I want to play Apocalypse. Let me do it. If I do that, I'm done. I don't want to do no more. I won't rap no more. I retire. I want you to play Apocalypse, please. That's all I ask. But anyway, DC, come on, Joker, come on, Batman, Joker, Batman,
Joaquin
Joker,
Phoenix.
come on.
Joaquin
Phoenix
Phoenix
is
That's
crazy.
gonna be
You know what I mean? I'm a fan.
incredible.
So I'll say Joker. So Killer Grodd, I don't know if y'all know where that's from, but that's from the Flash series and stuff
Yes,
like that.
Gorilla
So I'm
Grodd.
a
Gorilla
Fla-
Grodd,
yeah, Gorilla. I'm
Killer
sorry, I said
Grodd.
Killer Grodd. I'm sorry, Gorilla
You were
Grodd.
combining.
I know, I combined. I'm
You got
sorry.
Killer Croc. You got Killer
Killer
Croc.
Croc.
I actually want to say that next, but nah, I got to do another Batman one. I love the Riddler, man. That,
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? I like people that
somebody
make you
got
think,
about
man.
Riddler.
You know what I'm saying? You took my answer with the Gotham Penguin because that guy was dope.
Yeah.
He didn't get enough love. He killed it.
I hate the
was-
Riddler
No,
only for one
The
reason.
Riddler wasn't that good.
No, I'm gonna tell you why I hate the Riddler because of the Batman video games. Every time you had to do those Riddler
That's
missions.
why I love him.
Piss me off, man.
No.
So I don't want to be thinking right now. I
I'm
just
a,
feel like,
I'm,
oh,
I'm a cerebral
fuck it up.
person. I like to think. I like to think. And the Riddler will make you think. The Riddler's going to make you... He doesn't want to kill you necessarily. He just wants to...
He just want to mess with you a little bit.
Yeah, he just wanna mess with you. His problem is that. So listen, we getting into the MCU now. We're going to get straight into it, okay? So check this out. Thanos has Infinity Gauntlet, which consists of gems. Those gems are soul, mind, time, reality, power, and space, right? If you had the choice of one of them gems, which one would you take? And why? You only can take one gem. You only can use one gem for yourself. And you only can take one. Now, like I said, you want me to repeat it? You got
I
soul,
know that.
mind, time, reality, power, and space. If you could have one of those powers, which one would you take and why?
Probably time. That's
Yep.
it. 'Cause time is the only thing we really don't have. So if you give me the power to control time, that's it.
Next.
You can get power in life.
I hate to piggyback, but time.
Yeah, I
But
get-
because I aspire to be a time traveler.
Yes.
Fire. A good answer.
Future is my second favorite movie. Well, actually, that's my first. Well, Ghostbusters and Back to the Future together. But yeah, I want to go back in time. I want to experience times that I haven't been able to, and that's pretty much it.
You can make sure messing the camera right.
You're blocking my beautiful face.
Oh, it's that microphone. It's that microphone. I got to hold on.
You show the moneymaker here.
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right.
I'm gonna say the Power Stone
Okay.
because if you could bring a moon down on your enemy,
Oh my God.
yeah, I don't think you need any other stone after that.
Oh. And that's like one and done.
Bruh.
Space.
That's a different one.
Why? I will get to work on time.
There you
I can
go.
jump anywhere, be like, I'm sitting in my bed till 5 minutes before, screw it. Doop, there I am.
Yeah, not taking
Genius.
the shower all morning.
Just like clean up.
Oh my gosh.
Brotherly love. Good.
Dang. I would also say time as well because I feel like
Dang,
time is
also my
precious. Time is so precious. Like you can mold it, take back some things, fix some things,
Yes.
have a redo as often as possible. Like, oh man, I messed up my liner today. Let me like go back like 5 minutes and like redo it.
You're gonna hate me. time because I would want to be able to study and do everything, and I could stop time and just get everything done and then redo it back. And I always say I wish I could just like freeze that moment in time so I can study and focus on this particular thing, and then I can do everything I want to do.
I'm mad. Everybody said time. So I had to do something different just to be, you know, devil's advocate here. So my second choice, my first choice would definitely be time. Time, time waits for no man. So if you have time, I don't know if y'all saw Doctor Strange, and Mamamoo was like, yo, what do I have to do to stop this torment? Because he kept rewinding it. But the only other one I can see on here that I feel it can really do any other damage would probably reality too, because you can alter reality. You can change things to the way you want to manipulate it to benefit you. That's the only thing I can see, but time is definitely the answer. Time is the strongest one out of all of them to me because, like you said, you can't control. That's one thing in life you really can't control is time.
Ooh, can I change mine then? I was like, maybe like reality would be my other one, so I could make Dick Grayson and have I can have Nightwing forever.
What the other stones?
You have mind, you have soul, you have time, you have reality, power, and space.
Soul? What does soul do?
Soul controls your soul.
Right.
Oh my god.
Snatching souls.
Snatch your soul. Remember in the movie? Remember in
Right.
the movie, his soul. He did care for Gamora.
Right.
Yeah.
He had to choose. That's why he got the soul gem, because you have to, whatever harbors you the most, you have to sacrifice that to own the soul gem.
Right.
And he did love Gamora.
But what did it do? It snatched your soul? Like kills it?
He can control a human soul. You can control a human being. You can
Right.
control a human being with their soul.
That's
their emotions.
a lot.
We didn't see anything like that in the movie. It was
Turned
just,
into
well, here it
robots.
is. All right, and
So basically, you remember when Red Skull, when basically he
Yeah.
was like, yo, he was trying to like, well, Gamora didn't know what was going on. She was just lost.
Right.
And then Red Skull said
Yeah.
it has to be something that was close to him.
Yeah.
And remember, he started to tear. He had a tear come in his eye. And then she was like talking all that shit that she was saying. And he didn't
He don't love
she didn't
anything.
even realize that he loved her.
Right.
And that's why he had to kill her.
Yep.
That's how deep it was.
So that's
That
why
was
she was
powerful.
like, "Ha, you lose because you got nothing you love."
Yep.
And he was
remember
like,
she said it.
"You're
"Ah,
just
you lose."
kidding.
And he looked at her like, and it was a death look. It
But
was
then
like,
that
she
time
realized.
stone-
I think
That
she
time
realized.
stone is the reason why.
yeah.
That-
Oh yeah, I gotta ask you before we step on what's different. Oh my bad, okay.
All right, so I would choose mind.
Well, of course you would.
Yeah. I would choose
Why would you, bro? You can't say you would choose. Why?
All right, mind. I think it has to be the most powerful one. It's like, if you're able to control someone's mind, that's what it is, right?
Mind also is an intellect too.
Intellect. So you can think you can think your way out of any situation.
That's true.
Yeah, that's good.
So it's,
I would choose
That's
that one
good,
second
yeah.
too.
But I also look at it like this too. With the mind, I don't want to. When you know everything,
That's a
there's
lot. That's
nothing
yeah.
Oh, to
to
know
look forward
everything?
to.
Right.
So that's my only thing with mind. You see what I'm saying? I also look at the what's the name?
The downfall.
The downfall too.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. With soul, you would never know what true love is. If you control soul, you would never know what love is because you can control somebody's emotion.
Right.
With time, you can just get young again. If somebody that passed away, you can go
Get
back
them
and go
back.
see them.
But then mine,
what I'm
you could
saying?
probably talk to aliens or something. Read their, see what they're.
I don't want to talk to aliens. They might come get my ass or something.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They're like him.
But that's a good idea. That is great though. That is a
Then
good
you can
one.
control them and make them be
Come here,
your army.
alien.
Right.
Now we kind of a little off topic, but I'm gonna ask another question real quick. If you could have any superpower, what would it be
Oh.
and why? You got to give me why. You can't just say I want to have this and why. Go ahead, bro. Any superpower, only one though. You can't combine them. We're not combining powers. It had to be one.
You know, I'd definitely be a speedster.
You
That
ready to
would
run?
be mine.
That's dope.
Because, you know, I'm a very athletic dude.
Okay.
I play a lot of sports.
All right.
I play basketball. I jog. I do track and field. So it would just be in my nature to want to be a speedster.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I dig it.
I'm just gonna go back to time travel because that's what I want. I want that.
I want it.
You
I
guys
will
have a
obtain
machine
it.
out there, please tell me. No, but that's always been something that I want to do.
Facts. Go ahead, bro.
All right, I'm gonna go with. I feel like everyone's answer is flying. That's the ultimate freedom. You can go anywhere you want, anytime you want.
Mm-hmm.
you're not restricted by anything. You don't have to wait at the airport.
Tax.
You don't have to wait on the LIE for 4 hours.
Right?
It's from experience.
Yeah. No, what experience? No. I got here in time.
Oh crap! It's my turn.
Right on you too.
I'm thinking telekinesis.
Mm.
There's a lot more application than just I pick it up and I don't have to expend any energy. I could knock your cup over and you never know it's you.
Mm.
Just done.
That's a good one.
Switching things around, play with people's minds. Make you think you're crazy or your house is
Oh
haunted.
my God.
I get a phone with that one.
So, telekinesis was on my mind as well, but I think for me, I want to be able to clone myself so I can be at multiple places at one time.
Multiple men.
Yes.
Yeah, multiple
A
men.
little Dr. Manhattan, like, one working in the lab, one, over here doing things. So I feel like,
That's actually kind of cool because
Yes.
you get away with mad shit.
right.
I'm already thinking some crazy shit right now. So. Go ahead.
Just so I can be at multiple places at one time. I feel like I get a lot done, which is awesome.
I hate to pick this answer, but telekinesis, because I look at a Dark Phoenix or the Phoenix in general.
Yeah, she's
you
it.
could probably
Yeah.
use your mind to pick yourself up, so you could fly. You could pretty much do everything. Like
One-stop shopping.
Yeah, pretty much do everything. You have all this power, and you can, if you're angry or pissed off, you can just what?
Okay, my bad.
Yes.
I would take this power, but the only thing is it's like a curse for her. But I do like Rogue's power.
Yes.
Because you can take anybody's power. You can just take anybody's power. You can just take their ability. So if I could take Rogue's power, because when she touches you, she absorbs whatever you have. Like if you were
Snatching
able,
everything.
Yeah, so if you're able to fly, I can fly. If you're able to be real smart, I can take your smarts. So whatever the case may be, so it'll probably be Rogue's
Then
power.
you'll have a piece of that.
Well, I have to wear
person
gloves all the
inside
time
of you.
because Rogue wears gloves, so she
Right.
can't.
Well, the Rogue that everybody knows and loves from the '90s X-Men is
Or-
only because of
Captain
at
Marvel.
the time,
Marvel,
Miss
yeah,
Marvel,
right.
not
Yes.
Captain
Yeah,
Marvel.
Miss Marvel.
It was Miss
right.
Marvel, Carol Danvers. So she sucked
All of it
all
out.
her powers
Mm.
out of her, which left Miss Marvel in the hospital.
hospital,
So now you got Rogue coming into the MCU.
Which I'm so
And-
hype about.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Honestly, my
Who
opinion,
gonna play her though?
out of all the MCU movies, and I'm sorry if I offend anybody,
Oh, he was on
Captain Marvel was the weakest out of all the
It
MCU
was.
movies.
It
It was the
was.
weakest one.
I haven't seen it yet.
Interesting. What is that?
It
What's
was.
your take on that?
It was just weak. It was.
was.
It was a weak. It was a good movie, but I'm talking like in comparison to all of them, it was the weakest.
I
It
feel
was
like
definitely an origin story type of thing. So I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like it didn't really bring like the extra stuff. I feel like for Endgame, they'll probably
They
kind of
did- I
elaborate
feel like
a little
they- like you
more
said, like an
about
origin thing.
her,
Right,
yeah.
right.
So
I
it's
think they
like,
kind of not rushed it, but
so I see what you're saying.
Because
Like
we see about
yeah.
the what's his name, the with Stark. No, not Stark. The eye patch.
Nick Fury.
Nick
Yeah,
Fury.
Nick
Yes.
Fury. Yeah, seeing how he got everything. I don't want to spoil.
No, but no. If they ain't
At
seen the
this
movie,
point, they have-
if they haven't
they've
seen the movie, there ain't no spoils right now. If they ain't seen it right now, I mean, I don't feel bad if you spoil it.
And it's
I
like
don't care.
Captain Marvel, like they made the original Captain Marvel an old lady. Like I'm talking about Marvel.
Right.
Marvel, which is hold on one second. Can you grab me that priority mail bag? Envelope?
There you go, reference.
Priority mail envelope over there.
Props.
I'm gonna show you guys the real Captain Marvel. The
Right,
real
the
Marvel.
original, right.
The original.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
The original
not?
Captain
Hello, it's the priority bag.
This is Captain Marvel. You see this
Right.
right here?
Yep.
That's Captain Marvel, and that's Marvel.
Marvel.
So if you saw Captain Marvel, I'm pretty sure you were disappointed when you found out Marvel was an old lady that died.
Hold up for the camera over here.
So that kind of pissed me off. And I get it, Carol Danvers is now Captain Marvel. I get it because they did that in the comic books years ago. I think like 2010 or something like that. So that's all right, and I get it, but they didn't have to make Marvel an old lady.
I
That
bet
really
you she's
pissed
not
me
dead.
off.
I bet you.
Huh?
I bet you she's not dead.
No, she's dead.
Yeah, she's dead.
She's dead.
She's
she's
gonna
all
pop
the
up
way
in the
dead.
next one if they
John Rogg, like, he
Yes,
put her out.
yes, she gone.
You know, always bring
done.
people back to life. Like,
Yeah.
aren't you? Weren't you
So,
Baker?
And this is the origin of Thanos, by the way. So this is a key issue for comic collectors.
Thanos.
And keep that in real cute condition.
So, what is your predictions for what's going to happen in this movie? What do you think is going to happen? I need to know, like, what do you think is going to happen with Thanos? And do you feel like any new characters are going to be introduced? Or do you just feel as if basically it's just going to be I don't want to give. See, I know the story, so I don't want to say it, and then it kills everybody. So just give a generic description of what you think is going to happen.
Well, I think Doctor Strange has a big part in what's going to happen, which is why he sacrificed himself.
Yeah.
Because he saw using the time stone.
Yep.
He's like, there's a million some odd ways that this is going to work, and that's why he sacrificed himself. So he sacrificed himself, although he might not be in the movie as much because he's dead. Whatever it was that he did is going to be a big part in this movie, and I think the underdog and the guy that, or what's the word? Not sure what the word is, but the guy that's gonna come out from like nowhere and save the day is gonna be Ant-Man.
Well, yeah, they kind of blew it up. Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Okay. Do you have an opinion on this, Mama?
So, no, I don't.
That's cool. Your partner. I'm pretty sure Matt got it. I'm pretty sure he got you.
happen.
He got you.
I'm very much a person who, when I watch a movie, I don't think 2 steps ahead. I'm so in the moment that things will happen, and I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And other people are like, didn't you see that coming? I'm like, no. So I'm an in the moment person, so I haven't really thought about what's gonna happen. I do hope that everyone comes back alive because I don't want anyone to die. I don't want to see any of my favorite people go away. So I just hope Thanos gets obliterated or something.
Thanos has a good intentions.
I mean, does he though?
Good intentions. Kill everybody.
I'm about to be a spoiler in a minute, but go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna say everyone's gonna come back except for Loki. Loki stays dead.
Don't say that.